What's your story? You have one. In fact, you have thousands, many that you've told yourself hundreds of thousands of times over the years, many that you are completely unaware of, many that make you happy, many that make you sad, many that give you hope, many that make you anxious, many that bring a smile to your face, many that make you clench your jaw and cross your arms. Your stories are how you process the world around you and filter your experiences through your own perspective. Stories are important. Stories are fundamental to your existence and to your evolution. Stories can be good, and often they are not. You have been hearing stories since you were a baby. Most likely, you were read bedtime stories to help put you to sleep. From the minute you were born, you probably heard stories about how beautiful and amazing you are, or how cute your giggles and smiles are. You've probably even heard stories about how smart and clever you are, or how athletic and talented you are, or how beautiful or handsome you are. Unfortunately, you may have also developed stories about you can't do certain things or you aren't good enough. Many of the stories you've heard have come from the outside. You didn't necessarily choose to hear them. You didn't necessarily pick the station or the source. They just came to you from family, friends, teachers, coaches, strangers, television, magazines, or the radio, and you were simply the recipient of a story about you from someone else's perspective, a story about someone else from someone else's opinion, a story about a story from another story's point of view. You believe whatever stories, sentences, and thoughts you tell yourself or you hear over and over again. Yes, your beliefs are just the stories you keep on telling yourself. Whether they came from stories you heard from others in the world, or whether they were stories a younger you made up to make sense of something you once encountered. Regardless of where they came from, your beliefs are simply those stories you've heard or told over and over and over again. Have you ever sat back and deliberately listened to your stories? All of those stories playing in your own head, all of those stories you tell others, all of those stories you tell yourself about others, all of those stories you tell about all of your stories. And have you ever noticed how you actually feel inside when you listen to one of those stories you hear or tell?